time was that as a practical matter, and I think I came in just when there was reference to this, absent some useful tool, if we were looking at something in the third grade which didn't provide data until the fourth grade, I was concerned that kids K through 3 were going to show up in fourth grade ill-equipped, and that we were waiting too long to actually wrap our arms around what the problems were that kids face. That was, and at the time we talked, I think this was in 2009, the years are all rushing by, we talked about sort of, whether or not there was some way before taking action on this question of the STAR test in second grade to figure out what the substitute was that would, in the view of some, be a more appropriate way to ensure that the information was gathered, but not just leave a void in the system. Could you flesh out where, it sounds like that's...
really, I think that knowing children well in school is a key to their success. It's been said that every child should feel from the minute they enter a school that there is an adult in that school that understands them, that is interested in them, and that knows their challenges and their strengths. And that we need to do that through diagnostic testing, and I agree, class size reduction, so that we get that personal attention for every student. And it needs to begin before the second grade. And there is diagnostic testing that goes on in the second grade. There is learning and assessing children's strengths and challenges as learners that goes on in the first grade and really should go on from the very entry of a child, I think, into kindergarten as far as that goes. Because we want every child to be able to learn to read well and independently by the end of the third grade. The question is whether standardized testing, multiple choice, fill-in-the-bubble tests are an appropriate way to do that. And I know that there are a number of people who've worked on tests or who believe very strongly in standardized multiple choice tests who are very committed to making sure that that form of testing is continued. But I would say the preponderance of the evidence is that we need to continue with the diagnostic testing that we're doing, strengthen it, and really use the resources that we have to make sure. I would rather see our teachers do a brief write-up of the strengths and challenges of the learners they have at the end of second grade going to the third grade teacher than a multiple choice test.
Through the chair, I guess the question I'm struggling with is acknowledging that there's an imperfect vehicle in place. If we eliminate that imperfect vehicle, how do we have any assurance that it will be replaced with anything at all on a systemic basis? It's a little bit of a chicken and egg, cart before the horse. I'm sure there are 6 other cliches I could rummage up, but I'm saying I think you're making a pretty good argument on this issue of, is this really the right tool to be using for second graders? Again, I understand there are people who know this issue well who say, yeah, it's a swell tool, but I think you're making a pretty good argument on that. My concern is not waiting until the fourth grade to have figured out what the challenges are, and so I'm worried about letting loose of an imperfect tool in the absence of some assurance or clear path to the substitution of a better tool. And that's what I'm still and I think that's where we were 2 years ago in this conversation. And are we still struggling with that same issue?
Well, I think maybe our teacher would like to comment on that. Let me just say that we know that diagnostic assessment is going on now. And we know that that information needs to be communicated to third grade teachers. And in the absence of a firm commitment on the part of the state to abandon the tool that we have and the very limited resources, which you pointed out yourself, Senator Simitian, we're not adequately funding our schools, that the impetus to develop, if you will, a more uniform diagnostic test that would be used everywhere really isn't there. I would submit that if we save a little $2+ million, given the statements by the superintendent of public instruction that he would like to use that on a more uniform diagnostic method of testing, we would then free up the intellectual space and the financial space to do that.
We're going to have to leave, give up this room by 1:30. So, and we still have Senator Simitian. So, if that has really answered your question or sufficiently, if not, I certainly will go on. But we are on a very limited time frame at this moment.
Yeah, I would
do you
hope.
feel, Senator, that your question was?
Well, I do, and I guess I don't know where the author's going to go today. I don't know what the outcome's going to be. I think there may be a way to recast the bill, and this is not my call to make, it's the author's call, and to recast the bill so that there is a transition out of STAR and into something else that is linked and that uses the savings from transitioning out of STAR into something else that is linked, that provides some assurance that there really is a more appropriate tool used to backfill the absence of what some characterize as an imperfect tool.
Good.
For me, absent that defined transition, so I know that the imperfect tool is going to be replaced with something, then it's a tough one.
Okay, and I would like Yeah, I would like you, if you'd like to respond in your closing. In your closing.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Yes, sir. I would hope we could move the bill on today so that I can work with the superintendent as it moves forward to looking at a transition vehicle. I know that as the Common Core consortia are working, they will be developing some transitional programs as well, Senator Simitian. The STAR test will be administered this year, and the bill would end it in January. So there would be then the freeing up of the intellectual space and the financial space on the closure of the school year this year to January to work on exactly your area of concern. So I would ask that we move the bill forward today. I think this can be a very important setting of the stage for moving into the Common Core standards, and would ask for your aye vote.
With that motion, there's a motion on it by Senator Alquist, I believe.
Yes.
Do pass to appropriations. Secretary, please call the roll.
Lowenthal?
Aye.
Lowenthal, aye. Runner?
No.
Runner, no. Alquist? Alquist, aye. Blakesley? Blakesley, no. Hancock?
Aye.
Hancock, aye. Huff? Lou? Price? Simitian? Vargas?
Aye.
Vargas, aye. 4-2.
The bill has 4 votes. We'll place it on call for the absent members. Senator Simitian, I believe you are the final presenter.
I'm tired. How about you?
Oh, I am really getting tired.
Didn't you get to go get your card? It's not.
No, I missed that. You can send it up.
It'll be long, Mitchell.
I think I was off.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members. If I can call your attention to the very first page of the staff analysis, which unintentionally gives you all the explanation you need to know about why you should be for this bill. If you look at the summary of the bill, you'll see reference on this issue of longitudinal educational data to the CDE, the UC, the CSU, the CTC, the CPEC, the SBE, the CSIS, and the EDD. And there are probably at least 2 or 3 others that we didn't include. And those are all of the various groups, agencies, and departments who you would pull together in some constructive way, if you could, to share their data to create a genuinely statewide longitudinal education data system, pre-K through employment. Now, you might ask yourself, Mr. Chairman, why would I want to go to all that bother? And the very quick answer in the time we have remaining is we're spending tens of billions of dollars, but we can't really turn to the taxpayer and tell the taxpayer that that money is being well spent because we don't have the educational data system to assess what the worth or value added is of the dollars we spend. If you cared about kids, you would say, if we're never going to have enough money to do everything we want to do for kids, and I don't think we ever will, how do we know that the choices we make are producing the best possible results for kids in the classroom? And in the absence of a meaningful longitudinal education data system, we can't answer those questions. This bill is the next step in what has been a ongoing struggle to pull everybody together, to create a data system worthy of that name, to make sound choices about how we use taxpayers' dollars, to make sound choices about what we do for kids. And the way to do that is to pull them all together in a joint powers agreement, to create a joint powers agency. And the reason for that is that if we let any one of these groups be in charge, then everyone else will both think they don't have to do any work and also distrust whoever is in charge. Everybody wants to be in charge, but nobody wants to be accountable. This is a system that is designed to pull them all together. It's consistent with the working group reports and recommendations that have preceded it, and I would request an aye vote.
Witnesses in support.
Thank you, Senator. Dean Chalius.
Briefly, we have to be out of here in 10 minutes.
I'll be very brief. Dean Chalius with the California State University, here to support Senator Simitian's efforts and to report to the committee that we're actually working toward creation of this database, and thank the Senator for keeping the conversation alive.
Liz Guillen with Public Advocates in support.
Brad Strong, Children Now in support.
Or building upon Calpert.
Melissa Semigall with Education Trust West.
Speak into, please turn on the microphone.
Right.
Because what you're saying is very important.
Melissa Semigall with Education Trust West in support of 885. We believe that the Joint Powers Agreement is a critical step towards an eventual cross-segmental longitudinal data system that will provide the state critical information to be able to better allocate its scarce resources to improve student outcomes.
Thank you. Other witnesses in support?
Patrick Perry, California Community College's Chancellor's Office, in support.
Sherry Griffith, Association of California School Administrators, in support.
Other witnesses in support? Are there any witnesses in opposition? Let's bring it back behind this. Very interesting, Senator. This is very consistent. You know, this is the underlying data that will allow us, if Senator Steinberg's package of kind of linking what we do in school, really from preschool on, right through post-secondary and career, if we move forward in that and look at how we evaluate schools and how we develop curriculum, and we need an underlying data system that will assure that as we move in this direction, that we are either successful, that we know how to correct courses, that it really affects student performance, that we can evaluate programs. And this is without a program, without a long-term longitudinal database system that works right from the beginning and builds upon what we're doing with CalPADS and incorporates that into this system, we will not be able to really look at the effectiveness of our programs. And so I commend you for herding cats. With that,
Senator Lowenthal, that was a great close. I ask for an aye vote.
Senator Runner does not want to close.
Sorry. Why do you need the JPA and you can't do it under existing interagency?
There is some debate about the level of authority that each of these different entities has to enter into a JPA. You and I might both think, well, can't they all just get along? And some of them think they have the authority, some of them are less sure. So what we're doing here is we're not actually mandating, we're authorizing so that it is statutory that they can enter into this process.
Okay, thank you.
Is there a motion on the bill? The bill's been moved by Senator Ahlquist. I believe you have closed, Senator. Will the Secretary do pass? Please call the roll.
Lowenthal?
Aye.
Lowenthal, aye. Runner?
Aye.
Runner, aye. Ahlquist?
Aye.
Ahlquist, aye. Blakesley? Aye. Blakesley, aye. Hancock? Huff? Liu? Price? Simitian? Aye. Simitian, aye. Vargas? Aye. Vargas, aye. 6-0.
Huh? 6-0.
6, yes.
The bill has 6 votes. We're going to hold the vote. It's sufficient for passage. We're going to open the roll now on all the bills that are on call. Let's begin.
Yes, I will.
I'll do it. Our first bill, SB 13, Senator Correa, at the request of the author, was laid over for 1 week. The next bill is SB 185, Senator Hernandez. The vote is 3-2 with
With the chair voting aye, vice chair no. Alquist?
Aye.
Alquist, aye. Hancock? Huff? Lou? Vargas?
Aye.
Vargas, aye.
It's 5-2.
Bill has 5 votes. We'll place that back on call. Next bill, SB 257, Senator Liu. Vote is 4-0.
Do pass. Chair voting aye, vice chair Runner?
Aye.
Runner, aye. Blakesley? Aye. Blakesley, aye. Hancock? Huff? Semidian? Aye. Semidian, aye. Vargas?
Aye.
Vargas, aye. Huff?
Huff. We're on item number 3, SB 257. The vote is now 8-0.
Thank you.
Huff, aye. None.
Bill is 9-0. We're going to go back and do SB 185 Hernandez, which we just did, but we have some people. Let's go. The vote is now 5-2.
5-2.
5-2.
The motion is to pass as amended to appropriations. The chair, aye. Vice chair, no. Hancock? Huff? Huff, no. Lou? Lou, aye. 6-3.
Bill has 6 votes. That bill is out. Next bill, SB 302, Senator Yee. The vote is now 4-0.
The motion is to pass as amended to appropriations. Chair, aye. Runner?
No.
Runner, no. Blakesley? No. Blakesley, no. Hancock? Huff? Huff, no. Semidian? Aye. Semidian, aye. Vargas?
Aye.
Vargas, aye. 6-3.
That bill has 6 votes. That bill is out. Next bill, Senate Bill 402, Senator Correa. Present vote is 3-1. Chair, aye.
Chair, aye. Vice chair, no. Alquist? Aye. Alquist, aye. Hancock? Huff? No. Huff, no. Lou? Aye. Lou, aye. Semidian? Aye. Semidian, aye. Vargas?
Aye.
Vargas, aye. 7-2.
7-2. That bill is out. Next bill is Senate Bill 453, Senator Correa.
The motion is due pass as amended to appropriations. Chair, aye. Vice chair, aye. Alquist? Aye. Alquist, aye. Hancock? Huff? Lou? Aye. Lou, aye. Semidian? Vargas?
Aye.
Vargas, aye. 7.
Bill has 7 votes. That bill is out. Next bill is Senator Steinberg's SB 547. Due pass as amended. Present vote is...
Missed one.
Oh, I missed one?
Yes, we're on number 7.
Oh, I'm sorry. Number 7, Senator Blakesley.
I'm skipping that.
Senator Blakesley's bill is due pass as amended. One of us has been here for 4.5 hours. And only one, and I wonder who that one was. SB 462, Senator Blakesley, due pass as amended. Present vote is 7-0.
Hancock, Huff? Aye. Huff, aye. Semidian? Aye. Semidian, aye.
9-0. That bill is out. Next bill, now we're back to Senate item number 8, Senate Bill 547, due pass as amended. Present vote is 4-2.
Chair voting aye. Vice chair, no. Hancock? Huff? No. Huff,
Hancock.
no.
Steinberg.
Aye.
Hancock, aye. Price? Aye. Price, aye. Semidian? Aye. Semidian, aye. 7-3.
7-3. That bill is out. Next bill, Senator Steinberg 611, SB 611, due pass. Present vote is 5-0.
Chair voting aye. Runner? Runner, no. Alquist, Alquist, aye. Okay. Blakesley? No. Blakesley, no. Huff? No. Huff, no. Price? Aye. Price, aye. Vargas? Aye. Vargas, aye. 7-3.
That bill has 7-3. That bill is out. Next bill, Senator Steinberg, SB 612, due pass as amended. Present vote is 6-0.
Chair voting aye. Runner? No. Runner, no. Blakesley? No. Blakesley, no. Huff? Aye. Huff, aye. Vargas? Aye. Vargas, aye. 8-2.
That bill has 8 votes. That bill is out. Next bill is Senator Runner's bill, SB 634. Present vote is 1-3. Due pass.
Chair voting no. Vice Chair, yes. Alquist? Blakesley? Huff? Aye. Huff, aye. Liu? Price? Vargas? 2-3.
That bill has 2 votes. That bill fails. And reconsideration is granted. Next bill, SB 699, Senator Runner, due pass as amended. Present vote is 6-0.
Chair voting aye. Vice Chair, aye. Huff? Aye. Huff, aye. Price? Aye. Price, aye. Simidian? Aye. Simidian, aye. Vargas? Aye. Vargas, aye. 10-0.
10-0. That bill is out. Next bill, SB 740, due pass. Senator Hancock. Present vote is 4-2.
Chair voting aye. Vice Chair, no. Huff? No. Huff, no. Liu? Liu, aye. Price? Price, aye. She's not voting. 6-3.
That bill has 6 votes. That bill is out. Next bill, SB 779, Senator Liu. Present vote is 1-1. Due pass as amended.
Chair voting aye. Vice Chair, no. Alquist? Alquist, aye. Blakesley? Blakesley, aye. Hancock? Hancock, aye. Huff? Huff, aye. Liu? Liu, aye. Price? Price, aye. Simidian? Simidian, aye. Vargas? Aye. Vargas, aye. 9-1.
The bill has 9 votes. The bill is out. Next bill, SB 813, due pass as amended. Present vote is 4-0.
Chair voting aye. Vice Chair, aye. Alquist? Alquist, aye. Hancock? Aye. Hancock, aye. Huff? Huff, aye. Liu? Liu, aye. Simidian? Simidian, aye. Vargas? Aye. Vargas, aye. 10.
Next bill,
10-0.
10-0. The bill is out. Next bill, SB 827, Lowenthal, due pass as amended. Present vote is 4-0.
Chair voting aye. Vice Chair, aye. Blakesley? Aye. Blakesley, aye. Hancock? Aye. Hancock, aye. Huff? Liu? Liu, aye. Simidian? Aye. Simidian, aye. Vargas? Aye. Vargas, aye. 9.
That bill has 9 votes. That bill is out. Next bill, SB 835, which is on the consent calendar, the one item on the consent calendar. It's now 4-0.
Chair voting aye. Runner?
Consent calendar.
Oh, aye.
Runner, aye. Blakesley? Aye. Blakesley, aye. Hancock? Aye. Hancock, aye. Huff? Aye. Huff, aye. Simidian? Aye. Simidian, aye. Vargas? Aye. Vargas, aye. 10.
10-0. That the consent calendar is passed. Out. The last bill is SB 885, Simidian, due pass. Present vote is 6-0.
Chair voting aye. Vice Chair, aye. Hancock? Aye. Hancock, aye. Huff? Huff, aye. Liu? Aye. Liu, aye. Price? Aye. Price, aye. 10-0.
The bill has 10 votes. That bill is out. With that, our work is continued. Our work is continued. We're going to have another 4 hours of hearing, so this meeting is adjourned.